promise you this opportunity will in fact change your life only if you allow it to.
Oh, yeah.
And so for me, when I was introduced to this opportunity, I was actually homeless and sleeping on a floor. I was homeless, sleeping on a floor. I attended UC Riverside, so at the time I was a third year, double majoring, and I was that person that had to borrow people's meal cards to eat in the residence halls. Right? I was that person that had to borrow money, or that person that was praying to find cans and trash cans so that I could recycle them and get a couple dollars, right? Wow. And so when my friend called me and said, hey, I might have something that might help your situation, I was really excited because 6 months prior I actually attempted suicide. Wow. And so for me, I was excited. Didn't know why I was excited, but I was excited for something different. We can all agree that you have to do something different or to get something different. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So look, I had to pray. It was amazing because honestly, I was in a room just like this with young people just like yourselves, and there was a man standing in front of the room wearing an $85,000 watch, right? Louis Vuitton shoes on. I was like, oh, let me get somebody else. Right? But this gentleman now today earns over $100 grand a week. Wow. 6 figures a week.
Great.
M6 BMW standing outside, right? And it was crazy because that's a $120,000 car. That's 4 years of my tuition. He was riding around and then getting it. And so, literally, what he talked about that day completely changed my life. He talked about the concept of money. Raise your hand if people in your life don't like to talk about money. It's kind of a source-sensitive topic, yes or yes. And it was crazy because he talked about the fact that making money in this economy could actually be easy. Now, what's crazy about that, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, share with me how much, how simple that is, right? He was like, look, we're either taught to either go to school, go to work, or go to the military, yes or yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All in which require us to sign our lives over to somebody else to tell us when to wake up, when to pee, when to see our families, when to have vacation time, and how much we're worth, yes or yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And it's so crazy because in the same breath, they neglect to tell us that 54% of college graduates aren't finding work. They don't tell us that over 250 million Americans today are struggling financially, living paycheck to paycheck, and they're working minimum wage jobs, and that the military budget cuts are ridiculous. Now, what's so crazy is he said, look, if we're taught to do all of these different things, why are we still following that type of system if it's clearly not working? Raise your hand if you know someone today that's struggling financially, living paycheck to paycheck.
Everybody.
Right? Mad at the end of the month because there's too much month at the end of the money. Yes, yes. And so he introduced this concept, which literally changed my life, honestly. He talked about this concept of residual income. And it's so crazy because it kind of contradicts everything that we've been taught because we're taught to go to school, get good grades, get out, get a high-paying job, yes or yes?
Yes.
And then what? Trade our time for money, yes or yes?
Yes.
Work for an hour to get paid for an hour, yes or yes?
Yes.
If you don't go to work, you don't get paid, yes or yes?
Yes.
It's crazy because he talked about the concept of a passive residual income, the concept of doing something once but getting paid continuously. Now, if you're anything like me, I said, okay, obviously that's not real. Because if it was real, then no one would have jobs.
Right.
He said, why would you trade your time for money if you don't have to? And he said this works so quickly and it works so virally because think about word-of-mouth marketing. Word-of-mouth marketing is everywhere. We can all agree that it's the #1 form of advertising today.
Yes.
Right? From the clothes you wear, the cars you drive, the food you eat, you're naturally going to do what? Share information with your friends. Right? I promise you, if you went to a restaurant and you love the food, you probably call Crystal and say, hey girl, you gotta try this. Think about it. Think about it. If you saw a great movie, you'd probably call somebody and say, look, you have to go see this movie. It was the SHITE, Bob.com. Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now what's crazy is that we do this all the time. Raise your hand if you would be interested, right? Operative word, interested in getting paid 9 different ways to do what you do every single day.
Oh, yes.
All day, every day, anyway. Right? Think about it. And it's so amazing because if you think about it, from the clothes we wear, the cars we drive, the food we eat, we're naturally promoting for products, services, or commodities. And this is just an opportunity for us to get paid for it. Now, what I loved about this opportunity is that when I looked around, there were orange Kansas, right? I was like, oh, I can't sell nothing. I didn't do the magazines in high school. I didn't do the cookies in middle school. I didn't do it. I suck at selling stuff. I'd be the person, hey, kid, try this, right? That's it. That's all I got. But it's so amazing because if you think about it, traditional forms of advertising today are dying, yes or yes?
Yeah.
Like think about the TV, the commercials, and the billboards and everything of that nature, the celebrity endorsements. Raise your hand if you actually pay attention to any of that. Probably not. Right? You saw Beyonce drinking Pepsi, you said, look, I know you ain't drinking no Pepsi. Right? Think about commercials. None of us watch commercials, and if we do, we probably watch them on the one day of the year that they actually matter, which is what? Super Bowl. But if you think about it, this type of opportunity, this company is saying, look, because we know you'll do it for free anyway, we're just going to put a turbo engine in something that you're already doing every single day. Wow. Because we know that traditional forms of advertising are dying. You don't watch commercials. You have TiVo, right? DirecTV and all these different things. You probably watch Netflix, right? When you're on YouTube, you don't watch the commercial. You wait for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You skip that ad. Yes or yes. When it gets a mandatory 30-second ad, all of a sudden you got to pee, right? And so what's so nice about this is that you just talk to your friends. And what's so nice about talking to your friends is that most of our friends are struggling financially from paycheck to paycheck. Most of our friends drink caffeinated beverages, whether it be coffee, tea, soda, or energy drinks, yes or yes.
Yes.
But most of our friends, if they had the opportunity to get out of that second job, they'd probably take it, yes or yes.
Yes.
If they had the opportunity to pay off some of their student loans, which is now the number one debt in this country, they'd probably take that opportunity, yes or yes. If they had the opportunity to retire their parents within 24 months, they'd probably take that opportunity, yes or yes.
Yes.
And what's so nice about this is that's exactly what we're doing. We're just getting paid 9 different ways to share information, and we do that all the time. So if you think about it, it's kind of like Facebook. Raise your hand if you have a Facebook. Mostly everyone has a Facebook. But think about it. You didn't see that commercial, no or no. You didn't see that celebrity endorsement, no or no. You didn't see that billboard, no or no. Think about it, but then how did you hear about Facebook? How did you hear about Facebook?
My friend was like, you gotta get it.
Awesome, awesome. How did you hear about Facebook? Friend. Raise your hand if you saw that commercial, no or no. Exactly. Think about it. You heard it from a friend, someone's mom, someone's dad, someone's cow, someone's chicken. Yes or yes? Think about it. They said, leave MySpace, go get a Facebook. It's so much cooler. I don't know about you, but I was mad as hell because I couldn't edit my profile. I couldn't add no songs. I was like, what is this? Right? But think about it. Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, he got a hold of this concept and this idea. Right? And it's find what you love to do, you make that your hobby, but find what the world loves to do, you make that your profession. Not only would you build an income, but you would leave a legacy. And that's exactly what he did with Facebook. He utilized word-of-mouth marketing. Why? Because we're the most socially connected generation in the history of the world. Think about it. We connect with people that aren't in the same city, the same state, the same country, the same continent. Yes or yes? And now he's sitting on $18 billion in net worth. And what's so crazy is that Facebook started as Harvard Social Network, but people know people who know people who know people, and now it's global. Kind of like In-N-Out. We all know what animal-style fries are. It's on a secret menu, so how did we hear about that? On top of it not being in commercials, billboards, and celebrity endorsements? Think about that. People know people, and we love this concept of sharing information. So what we're saying is, look, in this type of economy, where the U.S. dollar is devalued over 90%, this type of economy where more of our friends and family members are losing their jobs, losing their homes, and losing their pension plans, Social Security, and 401k plans, look, we have to get a hold of a passive income, an income that's going to come no matter what, right? An income that we don't have to clock in or clock out for or answer to a boss for. Because in this type of economy, trading your time for money is the hardest way to make money. Ask anyone you know at the job. I don't care if they're making 6 figures. And so with this type of opportunity, it completely changed my life. Within 5 weeks, I went from sleeping on a floor to a furnished apartment. Wow. It's amazing. One of my first checks, honestly, I took a picture of it. It was the check that changed my life. $874.
Ooh.
And then within 10 months, now 7 of my friends are driving luxury vehicles just like that outside. Wow. And I was able to help my mom go from a 2-bedroom apartment to a 3-bedroom home because she was one of those people that followed that system of go to school, get good grades, get that job. And over 10 years of working at a Memorial Medical Center, right, she was laid off. Wow. And so literally, it's such a blessing. My mom still doesn't get what we do. But we're going to Jamaica in March, so it's such a blessing to be able to person like this. Wow. And so honestly, if you're the newest person in the room, do not be that person that has the audacity in this economy to be skeptical and broke. You have to pick a struggle. Do not be that person that thinks it's one of these, because judging by our basic food groups, everything's a pyramid nowadays. Like, what? Right? And do not be that person that says, oh, my parents tried that, my friend tried that, it didn't work. Right? Think about it. If your phone didn't work, it'd be considered what? Broke. Right? If your TV didn't work, it'd be considered what? Broke. So if you, as God's highest form of creation, does not work, you consider what? Exactly. All I'm saying is that everything we're saying is validated by results. There's 3 luxury vehicles paid for by the company sitting outside right now. And if you go down there, there's like 4 pairs of Louis Vuitton shoes. So y'all know that ain't cheap. One of them is mine. So anyway. But just so you guys don't think I'm just some type of exception to the rule, I want to bring up a few testimonies. I want to bring up Mr. Tyler, Miss Crystal, and Miss Maiji.
Yes.
Hi everybody, my name is Crystal Smith. I'm a graduating senior at San Diego State University, psychology major, yay. And I actually signed up in August, and it's been a wonderful journey in the sense that I have grown so much as an individual. I I was actually just having this conversation with Jadell yesterday. One thing I learned about myself in this business is I'm so used to being motivated within somebody else's deadlines.
Wow.
I'm used to school deadlines, work deadlines, and all the other various activities I do. Somebody else's deadlines. With this, I've had to challenge myself to create my own deadlines and be my own self-motivation. And and as great as I think I am, I can be so much better.
Wow.
I can be so much better. And this business gives me the opportunity to not only make myself better, but teach other people how to better themselves outside of this paradigm of what life is supposed to be. So, I'm going to stop.
Hi you guys, my name is Mike Jean. I'm so excited to be here, you guys. Like, my mindset has changed so much. Like, I'm telling you, when you get around successful, positive people, like, your mind automatically thinks successful. Like, you think you are the shit. Like, literally. and truthfully, like, every aspect of my life has changed, you guys. I've been working for 2.5 years full-time. I graduated with accounting. I have an accounting job. So I understand what the society tells us. So with that experience, I know I do not want to do that for no 40 years of my life. That is like ridiculous. Like, how do I supposed to find my passions? How do I supposed to find what it really excites me if I am at work in my main hours of my day? Okay, for 2.5 years, I didn't take any vacation. I started this like 2 months ago, and I'm taking my first vacation next week. I'm going to going to DC, and I plan on traveling every 3 months now. Like, everything is like absolutely perfect. I have a wonderful apartment. I'm gonna move, upgrade. Like, I love it. I love it. So pay attention.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler. Just like these ladies here, this has definitely changed my life. I've been in this for about 2 weeks. And, every morning I wake up, I'm just like, hell yeah. I mean, like, right now for me, I don't go to school because I work full-time at a job. I sit behind a desk and I flip papers, it's killing me. I feel like I'm dying every day. I've been doing it for about a year and I feel like I'm in this rut, I just, was just super plateaued, nothing was exciting, nothing was motivating me, And then 2 weeks ago, I was invited to an event like this and I met all these amazing people and my life just changed like this overnight. With all of this, I've learned so much, and it's super overwhelming, but a good overwhelming. Because, there are 3 types of people in this world. There are people who make things happen.
Yep.
There are people who watch people make this happen.
Wow.
And then there are people who just say, what the hell just happened? So, who do you want to be? That's something you need to ask yourself.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So before I introduce the next really phenomenal leader, I just want to also reiterate, this is a company called VIMA. It stands for Vitamins, Essential Minerals, Mangosteen, and Aloe Vera. A lot of people look at the can and say, I don't drink energy drinks. Look, we fooled you. It's not an energy drink. It looks like an energy drink. It pops and fizzes like an energy drink, but it's actually a multivitamin, right? The company's been around as of 2 days ago, 9 years in this industry of multi-level marketing, network marketing. And so what's so nice about this is that it originally started with a 30-ounce multivitamin, but the CEO and founder, BK Barreco, he said, look, I need to get this in the hands of young people, right? The younger demographic. Why? Because we make everything go viral. And so when you combine word-of-mouth marketing with young people, with the concept of caffeinated beverages, which is an $8.9 billion industry, energy drinks, right? Projected to jump over to $21 billion in the next 5 years. He said that itself is just a pit of money waiting to happen. So that's exactly what he did. And this wellness drink is actually the official wellness drink of 2 NBA teams, a WNBA team, an NHL team, and we are associated with a NASCAR. Wow. And we've been on Dr. Ross 4 times in the past 12 months. Wow. In addition to being in 62 plus countries, understand that when you bring any product, service, or commodity into another country, you have to surpass 27 international attorneys for every one country. We did that 62 plus times. We can all agree that Subway is not eating fresh in 62 countries. Right? But we're the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. We were the official wellness drink of the Charlotte Hornets, and we're the official wellness drink of the Phoenix Mercuries. And it's so phenomenal what this company is doing. So I want to bring up someone who is phenomenal. This woman just drove all the way up from Riverside to be here for now. Wow. To be here to share her story and to really articulate what we do, because here's what's going to happen. This individual is actually putting 6 new people from this area into luxury vehicles in the next 90 days.
Yes.
Wow. Right? And so this woman, at the young age of 20, is mentoring people all up and down the coast of California, people in other countries such as Japan, and people all the way in Maine. Mind you, she's never been to Maine, she's never been to Japan, but guess what? People know people, and literally she is serving as a mentor for so many people. Most of our friends, most of our family members want to travel, make a crap ton of money, and help people, yes or yes?
Yes.
This girl is doing all of that in one. And so she's been a part of this opportunity for about 10 months now, and she's actually picking up her CLA Mercedes-Benz 2014 luxury package in the next 60 days.
Wow.
And here's the thing, you don't know who you're in the room with. My mentor said it the best. You don't know what you don't know, and that's why you don't have. See, honestly, this individual is actually earning just under $1,000 a month residually.
Wow.
Mind you, she's double majoring, going to school full time, right? That's somebody's rent, right? That she doesn't have to clock in for, doesn't have to answer to a boss for. So honestly, if you didn't hear anything that I've said, because I'm just a black guy, but if you didn't hear anything I said, honestly, listen to this next individual. Again, keep an open mind. The most expensive thing you can own in today's economy isn't a female, isn't some children, it's a closed mind, right? So, please give it up for Miss Leanne Martin.
Wow.
Hey everybody, my name's Leanne.
Hey!
You guys excited?
Yeah.
Excited, I'm always excited. But yeah, like I said, my name's Leanne. I'm a junior. I go to UC Riverside, 20 years old. I've been doing this for about 10 months, and I can honestly say that this has literally just changed my life. Right? Because when I was actually first introduced to this, my friend, he actually called me up like at 1 a.m. in the morning. Don't know why I answered, but I'm glad I did. Right? And he just invited me to an event just like this. Right? And it's crazy because I almost didn't go because my show was on, because I was on that Pretty Little Liars height, you know what I'm saying? But I decided to go, right? And at my first event, I was actually fortunate enough to be in a room with the man he was in the room with, Mr. Brad Alcazan, who was 26 years old making 60 grand a week.
Wow.
Right? 26 years old making 60 grand a week. So I'm thinking like, damn, what is this guy doing? Because he's obviously doing something right. Right? And so I listened really intently on what he had to say. Right? And what he had to say that night literally just revolutionized my life. Right? He said that making money is actually easy. He said the hardest way to make your money is to actually work for your money. Right? And he said that we need to get a hold of a system or establish a system where our money is working for us instead of us working for our money. Right? For me, I'd never heard of anything like that before. And by the end of my first event, I was jacked out of my mind. I knew I wanted to do this. Right? But instead of getting started right then and there, you know, I asked my friends, I asked my family what they all thought about it. And they all said, you're crazy, it's a scam, sounds too good to be true, don't do it. Right? Most people probably would have let that stop them dead in their tracks. But for me, like, I knew that they weren't there. Right? So they didn't hear what I heard, they didn't see what I saw, they didn't feel what I felt. Right? So instead of listening to them, you know, I took that leap of faith. I got started, made $700 in my first 3 days.
Wow.
You know, I haven't looked back since. Right? Because, you know, this has not only changed my bank account, but it's literally just changed my mindset. Right? Because when I think about it, you know, my dad, he followed this system that we're all taught to follow. He went to school, got great grades, got out, got his master's degree. Right? And him and my mom, they provide well for our family. When you think about it, my dad's always at work, right? Because what's a job, right? System where you trade your time for money. You work for an hour, you get paid for an hour. You live your life from paycheck to paycheck. Now, my dad, he actually retired early, but he had to go back to work due to this economy.
Wow.
Right? Because everybody knows this economy sucks, right?
Oh, yeah.
How many people do you guys know have been affected by this economy? Probably
Everybody knows.
right? And it's crazy because I ask people that every time. It's always 100% of the room who raise their hand.
Wow.
Right? And what I learned is that 401ks, pension plans, and Social Security, they're going to be obsolete in the year 2033. And yet that's something that we're all taught to work for. And so my thing is,